Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to win as many games as you possibly can here in Season 10. And right before I made this video, I ended up going on about a 5 or 6 win streak. I was absolutely going off. So I want to be talking about in this video how you can win a ton of games in a row, and ultimately how you can win every single game here in Season 10. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and also subscribe to my second channel. The link for that will be in the description or the pinned comment. Turn on my post notifications and as well comment down below your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, if you guys would like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go over to the item shop, go down to support a creator, type in my code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. I really do appreciate all you guys who do add me. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I wanted to be talking over my gameplay and explaining what I did that allowed me to win these games. And I took 2 gameplays from my win streak that I went on that I was talking about earlier. I won like 5 or 6 games in a row. I was absolutely going off. And a lot of them weren't crazy high kill games. The highest kill game I had was 14 in this gameplay, because I was playing squads, and of course I was playing with pretty good players. So of course I'm not popping off for like 20 kills or so. And so I was dropping pretty decent kills. I mean, I was dropping like 10, 12, anywhere in that range. And I really wasn't dropping a ton of kills, but they were very solid games. And I was able to do a few things in particular that allowed me to win a lot of these games very easily. Wasn't too difficult, and a lot of it had to do with my positioning and also the way I played, in which I want to talk about in this video. So starting off, I did land here in Tilted Towers, and this is going to be the first time I landed at this location right off spawn. It's a pretty cool area, but it does suck you can't build or break anything. So, I mean, it does have its positive and negatives, because coming off spawn, you have absolutely 0 mats. But I end up killing a guy and getting a ton of mats right off spawn. But you do have nothing when you come off spawn. But you can find a decent amount of people coming to this location. I think I left with like 3 kills. But it really is nice that you can kill quite a few people here, get a few kills, and then rotate over. I usually head over to Loot Lake, and the reason being is because you have that rift in the middle. So in case you ever get caught in a situation where you ever need to leave really quickly, it's very easy to do so. You just have to go over to the middle, and you can rift very far across the map. And that's something you can also do if you ever run into the robot or the mech. The mech comes over, and then all you have to do is just run to the center, and then you're completely out of the scene. You have nowhere to be found, and this could be very good, especially if you don't have a launch pad or anything. You can get away very quickly, because there was a player that we're following over here, and even though he did go in the rift, we were able to follow him all the way across the map. He should have went a little bit further. We killed the rest of his team, so we knew he was about to come over to the reboot van. But a lot of times, if you do take the rift, the mech, the people in the mech aren't going to be able to follow you or track you down, which is going to be a really good way to get away from it. Because I'm not going to lie, before this, when I was playing duos, I was losing game after game just to dying to the mech, and there's nothing I can do. I was just getting spammed with rockets, and there really wasn't too much that I can do. But one thing that I really started doing a ton is carrying around boogie bombs. This is super crucial, especially now. And I don't know if you guys saw, I think it was yesterday or the day before, it was like remove the mech or something like that along those lines. It was trending on Twitter. I thought it was absolutely hilarious, and I don't blame it. One of those things that's super annoying to deal with. I really wish they would vault it. But you know how Epic is, they're going to keep in the game no matter what, at least for the rest of the season. Just something we all have to deal with. I never really thought it would come into the game, but it's something we have to play with, and something that you have to know how to counter if you want to be able to win a lot of games here in Season 10. Just because it's going to be something you're running into every single game, and it's just super overpowered. So if you want to win every single game, you definitely want to watch out for it. And that's something you have to look out for constantly throughout the entirety of the game, meaning every single time a new one spawns in or a new one drops, you want to know where it's at, because the second someone gets in the mech, it comes off of the map, so you really don't have a clear idea on where it's going to be. But if you know where it landed, and and next time you look at your map, you know it's not there, you know kind of the idea or kind of the area that's going to be in. Versus you weren't paying attention, and the mech came out of nowhere, and now you don't have a launch pad, no, you don't have any impulse grenade, and you're kind of just stuck there. So that's just kind of something you want to do. At most, carry boogie bombs, but at the very least, something you want to do for sure is just keep looking at the mini map and just have a good idea where the mechs are spawning. So if one of them does land decently close to you, definitely 100% of the time find a way to take it over, get inside of it, and then just absolutely go ham, because otherwise it's better off that you blow it up yourself. Even if you don't really like it, it's better off that you blow up yourself versus another team finds it and then it's just a super pain to kill because it's 1000 HP. The missiles is just completely, when it comes to the machine gun on it, the one in the right hand, it's really not that strong. It's pretty weak, to be honest. I don't know if you guys really get hit for much damage, because when I use it from range, I mean, I'm only hitting for like 8, 9, or 10 damage. It's really not that much. But when it comes to the missiles, that is the bread and butter right there. You have the boost where you can jump around the map very quickly. But the thing that makes it super overpowered are the missiles. So personally, if it were to get nerfed, I would prefer, because as long as they nerf the missiles, I think it won't be that overpowered. But you know how Epic is, they're definitely not going to do that. So the missiles are the one thing that you have to look out for, and really the only way to counter it is just to move around the map, because there's no really best way to counter something like that. There's not much you can really do, to be honest. And going back to what I was just talking about, I was looking around the map, I saw a mech here, and you guys are about to see I'm going to absolutely destroy the teams that were over here. So of course, 2 of my teammates are over here in a build fight, and there was another team that was coming out of the zone here to the left. And I just hop in the mech, load up my missiles, and I just absolutely unloaded on this team. I mean, it's just literally not even fair with this machine. Absolutely destroyed the first guy. Got to pick up another kills, and there's some people more coming out of the zone. He got destroyed, and I think there was another person to my left. This guy's going to get destroyed. I mean, it's just completely unfair. And the entire process of killing like 3 or 4 guys right there, to be honest, I only lost about like 200 HP on the mech of 1000 HP. I mean, it's just absolutely unreal and OP how this is. So if you want to be able to win as many games as possible, I mean, you just have to be able to look at your map and constantly be looking at it, trying to find the nearest mech, and because you want to be the one in a gunfight with it, you don't want to be going against it. I mean, just look at this thing. I'll freaking destroy the first dude, destroy the second guy, and the other team that we're going to find, they're going to be in the building next to me. We're just going to stomp on it, and which, you know, there's a ton of teams in here throwing some rockets down. Somehow my rockets missed this guy. I think I hit him once with it, but it's just going to easily destroy him, pull up more rockets, and just absolutely annihilate every single player on the opposite team. I mean, there's nothing they can do because the zone's right there. They have to come out. I still have another 600 HP in the mech. I mean, I ran through like 3 teams with, you know, there's 1000 HP on the mech. I ran through 3 teams, only lost like 400 HP. I mean, it's just not even fair at this point. And it's just one of those things that, especially in squads, if you're like a 2-on-4 and you're going against some team that has a mech, I mean, you literally just don't have any chance whatsoever unless you can somehow get some shots on a guy who's in it and possibly shoot him out of it. That's your best chance. Or you have a boogie bomb, which I would highly recommend keeping, because one of those 2 things, I mean, that's really your only options when it comes to going about it. And because it's Season 10, you have to worry about that every single game. And so when you want to win as many games as possible and go on a win streak, I think that's probably the number 1 tip I can give you guys, is you want to be really mindful of everything, where all the mechs are, where they land, and basically overall positioning. You really want to be aware where people are going to be coming from, the different areas. And honestly, Dusty Divot, there's a lot of people who are going to be around that location, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot of robots around there. So that's something you have to keep in mind. I've had plenty of games where it even came to a point, because the robots, they can get around the map extremely fast. So I mean, you could be fighting a team and there could be nothing in sight, and the next thing you know, there's like 2 or 3 mechs on you just shooting rockets, and then now you have to run away or try to end the gunfight quickly. So I think it's extremely important in Season 10 to win your gunfights as quickly as you possibly can, especially if you want to be able to win as many games as you can and win every single game in a row. You have to be very mindful where everyone's at, where all the robots are, and really understand where people are rotating from. And just you just have to be really aware. I mean, that's really the best tip I can give you guys for Season 10. Just being super aware where everything is, the different weapons being used, because that's going to give you the best overall chance when it comes to winning as many games as possible. And with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.